Hey there, it's Eskate Doc, back again with a little bit more content and a little bit more testing. So first off was messing around with a quarter pipe kind of thing that I found in the park. It's been on some previous videos, but I did a little bit more playing with it today. As you can see, it's about a 45-degree slope on some of the shoulders, so it's a good chance to test the torque and the grip for the board itself. While I lack the skill to properly use the dual kingpin trucks, they're fantastic on this. So a big reason as to why I went this direction was obviously hills. I hate stalling out on hills. I hate when the board just refuses to go up the hill and starts bogging down. So this is a nice little step plateau that's out of the park. It's about a 20 to 30 degree slope with a tail end that's about a 15-degree slope after that. And it's good for testing out just the climb, the acceleration through the climb, and then also the descent as well, the control. And it's absolutely sublime riding this thing. I don't feel like I'm losing traction. I can go over some pretty nasty potholes like right there, and it just keeps going, just keeps chugging. Overall, though, I think I will hit the maximum way sooner than I thought as far as climbing ability and torque. But I haven't tried out turbo mode yet, so we'll see what that has in store for us. Alright, I know you guys are probably sick of seeing me ride the same trail over and over again, but honestly, it's a great little trail and it's a lot of fun. I need to practice it. I think if I get another 2-3 iterations under my belt, I can probably cruise this thing at 50% throttle. Right now, I'm about 25%, 10 to 25%. Sometimes on the flat outs I'll hit 50%, and maybe on the hills like right there, about 50%. Otherwise, I'm kind of babying it. Turns are not that bad here, as I've mentioned before in previous videos. What I am having issues with is the ramp up and ramp down. And you'll see I'll slip on the board or fall off a couple times, and that's generally because I'll try to apply the brakes and it takes forever for the brakes to kick in. When they do kick in, that's great. But when I go to ramp back up on speed, because like let's say I'm going over a little tabletop, coming down to the trough, coming back up again. When I'm down to the trough and starting to accelerate, as I'm accelerating through the current speed that I'm at, so like let's say I'm going 5 miles an hour and I'm accelerating through 5 miles an hour up to 10, the ESC will actually brake. So it'll try to match the speed and then accelerate from there. That's a huge problem for me because it puts a sudden brake on the board. So instead of getting an acceleration, you get a small deceleration moment and it trips you up. I think I can modify the acceleration curves in the application and make that kind of go away. I certainly hope so. Or I can just get the muscle memory and feel and just train myself out of it. Either way, I think it's not going to be an issue. Yeah, that's where I fell off right there. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue, but it's something to kind of watch out for, and it's kind of dangerous on the trails back here. But again, I would not be riding these trails if you're not experienced on an e-skate platform. So the lean is really good, and on some of these turns, I feel like I'm actually falling off. So it's kind of that oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, I'm falling moment, and I'm leaning, and the board actually just keeps riding underneath you and catching you. So on these turns, if you almost pretend like you're falling, so pretend that you're going to fall towards the center, the board will just follow you and you'll be fine. It's a really, really weird sensation, and I'm still trying to get used to it because if I tried this on any other board, one, it would kick out from underneath me and just slide around, or two, there just would be absolutely no steering response at all, and it would just go one direction and I would go the other direction. So overall, these dual kingpin trucks are fantastic, especially for this type of environment. Yeah, I know, I'm kind of a baby. I'm going to hit those at full throttle at some point in the near future. It's just I need to make sure my life insurance policy is up to date. But just some more trail riding footage. Yeah, you can see like that log got, or that stick got kicked up. If I had the belt drive on, I'd be seriously concerned that it would jam up the works. Okay, so let's get into turning radius. It's not a question to ask too much, but I think it's kind of important. You can see it's got pretty massive turning radius. We're pushing 2.5 to 3 parking spaces. That means that on a single lane road, you're probably going to have to turn really tight or pick up the board to turn around. Alright, some more B-roll of just cross-country stuff. Really not too much commentary to add here, but you'll see the slalom / quarter pipe coming up in a little bit, and you can see the performance from this perspective. And you can see that transition to grass. It's just absolutely butter smooth. You don't really feel too much of a deceleration. You do feel a need for a little bit more power, but it's not going to throw you from the board. In fact, just letting off the throttle will throw you from the board more than that grass transition. So the ESCs do a good job of managing the torque. And this is roughly a 25 to 30 degree slope back there. It's increasing to about a 45 degree coming up here, so it gets much steeper. And honestly, the thing is pretty responsive. You just look at the target you want to go, the path you want to go, and it just follows. If you look too close, it's just like skateboarding in general. If you look too close, you will fall because you won't meet that target. But that about wraps it up. Let me know if you have any questions or you want me to try out anything. I'll be doing a teardown here soon, so we can take a look at those gear drives. Anyways, stay safe, have fun.